Hey, Al.
Hey, Carl.
How's it going?
Yeah, good. How you doing?
Thank you.
Good, good. Hey, Aaron.
Hey, guys.
How are you?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yes.
Just to remind you guys, you're going to need a wall for this session, some dumbbells, and if you have a pull-up bar, then fab. If not, then we can adjust to what you regularly use instead, whether it's a table or rings or TRX or I don't know, whatever you've got there. We'll need to grab that out. But you will, and that working on. I'm going to give it another minute or so. I do apologise, my internet connection can be a little bit funky here. So if I pause or I'm demonstrating, you can't see what I'm doing, can you just let me know? Because I can normally hear okay. Hey, Steph. All right. Okay, let me just double check what's going on my phone. Oh, upside down. Okay. Right, guys. So in today's session, I just said to you need a wall. So if you could find yourself a place where you can do handstand kick-ups or wall walks against the wall, that would be fabulous. We're going to start with a little bit of mobility, then we're going to go into a handstand workshop. So we're just going to work through various drills and bits and bobs, and I'll be able to help you guys with that. Then we're going to do some strength work on gymnastics. So we'll do some strict toes of our windscreen wipers. Don't worry if you don't have a pull-up bar, but if you have rings or something, anything really that you can hang, it doesn't even have to be a pull-up bar, then it would be good to do some hanging compressions. If not, we'll just do them lying on the floor. Then we're going to do some pulling, so some strict pull-ups and rows. If you don't have a pull-up bar, we can use ring rows, tables, TRX, or we can potentially use a band. So if you can hang a band and do some vertical pulling, that would be really, really good. If not, we'll just use the dumbbells to do some bicep curls, because I just want to fatigue you, and then we're going to do some rows afterwards as well. So yeah, it's like a superset pull-up rows. And then we're going to finish, guys, with just a little bit of practice on our crows and some stretching at the end, right? Mobility is key in gymnastics. Any questions, any injuries, any equipment faux pas? Fab, all right, let's get going. Let me see if this positioning works. Yeah, I'm a bit restricted today because it's raining. I don't want to get my laptop wet. So do let me know if you can't see me in anything that we're doing, guys. Okay, we're just going to start at the edge of the mat in a forward fold. Okay, so make sure that the toes are facing forwards. Keep the knees straight. And I want you to pull through your belly button so that you're aiming to get your head between your legs. You can hold onto your elbows if you're feeling it. Keep the hand going and use the body to pull yourself down. Into as you have, and keep. Okay, we're going to pull with the belly button. So engage your belly, squeeze it up, and then roll vertebrae by vertebrae onto a standing position. Then I want you to take your hands up overhead. So just extend the arms long at the top of the body. Squeeze the hips forwards, squeeze in the glutes at the same time, just get a little back bend. And then we're going to do the same thing again, so roll forwards. Hold on to those elbows. See if you can get a little bit deeper into that stretch. Engage the belly button. Roll yourself up. This time, I want you to take your hands, squeeze, pulling the shoulders back. Okay, and then we're going to rotate in that shape, bringing the hips forwards into that 4 more times. Okay, pull a little bit deeper. So you can keep it locked together at the back. It's, and I'm going to walk yourself forwards. Going to have these things do a few shrugs through the shoulders to keep the elbows pointing backwards, getting the scapula moving. Then we're going to do the same things. So 5 circles, going forwards all the way down backwards. So it's just the shoulder that's moving, and then the other way. So roll forwards. Cat-cow. Okay, so we're going to start to engage the core. So we're going to push it all around like that as we lift. We tuck the chin. You're going to walk through 5 times each way. Very as you can. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Can now, but you kept cutting out before.
Okay. All right, let's try again. Guys, if ping me, chat me, whatever, and usually if I cut my video for a second, it locks back in, okay? Sorry about that. Oh, it's still unstable. Fuck's sakes. Can you hear me at the moment? Yeah? Okay, good. All right. So we were doing, and after we finished the cows, we were staying in the bed. And we're just going to walk forwards and backwards over the wrists a few times. Okay, then when you've done that a few times, I want you to hold with the weight shifted into the wrists and drop the feet back into plank position. You're going to hold that for a few seconds, put the knees down, rock forwards again. So we're just going to go through the sequence of warming up the wrists, activating the core. Okay, into plank position for a second, knees back down, go for the stretch. We'll do that 3 times. So on the last one, plank position. Make sure it's a nice tight plank. You can feel the fingertips on the floor, the toes driving against the ground, and then relax and just roll out those wrists. Okay guys, good. So we're just going to stretch the shoulders a little further by coming into a lying position on the mat. Arms are going to be out to the sides. Okay, you're going to leave your left shoulder on the floor and you're going to push with your open up with that right hand, so it's pulling behind you. That will increase the stretch. And then take it onto the other side, okay? So right shoulder out onto the floor. Use your left hand to push yourself up and over. Lift up with your left hand, reaching behind you. Said it wasn't going to rain anymore. It lied. Okay guys, we're going to do the same thing, but this time when you come into the stretch, you're going to bring your arm out to the side and then draw it into a right angle, keeping that shoulder down onto the floor. Okay, so I'll show you on this side. Arm comes out, we're going to rotate to a right angle, keep this shoulder as close to the floor. You'll get less range, so when you lift up, just try and lock that shoulder down. You should feel the stretch almost immediately. On the other the right angle, shoulder lock down, and then just rotate that little bit, try to keep that shoulder down onto the floor. Okay. All right, back onto hands and knees. We're going to put the butt in between the heels and come into a child's pose. We're going to walk both the hands over to the left. So you're looking to focus on this right arm, okay, that's now going to be across the body. I want you to look underneath your right armpit and just push the shoulder up and out. Okay, you can always use your left hand to cut across to hold it down. Should feel it in the lats. And then we're going to take that same arm all the way underneath, so like I'll thread the needle, okay? And the same thing, you're going to look over your shoulder, locking the arm. Okay, let's take this child pose over to the right. So focusing on the left arm now, right hand can kind of lock across the top of the left. And you're going to open up, looking underneath your left armpit. And then take the arm all the way underneath, pressing it down towards the ground and looking across your left shoulder. Okay, let's bring it up, guys. So we're just going to do a few shoulder circles. Start with the right arm, a few shoulder circles the other way, and then to the left arm. Then we're going to take the arms across the front, so one above, one behind, a few times across. Nice. Okay, hopefully feeling a little bit limber. So we're going to move into our handstand workshop now, guys. So you're going to need your wall. I'm going to move my laptop so that you can see me and my wall. It is my wall. If the laptop starts to get a bit wet, guys, I might have to do a demonstration and then move it, okay? So let me see how it goes. All right. So we're going to start with our wall walk. Okay, we're going to begin in a plank position. So your toes or your heels should be touching the wall, okay? And then you're going to adjust your shoulders so that they're underneath, wrists so that underneath your shoulders, okay? Make sure we're engaging the butt and the core already. First thing you're going to do is just walk the toes up the wall, leave the hands exactly where they are. You're going to hold for a few seconds, as tall as you can get those toes. Then you're going to start to walk your hands in, and your toes are going to follow. Okay, opposites move at the same time, nice and slow and controlled. I want you to walk all the way up so that your toes are flat against the wall and together. You're pushing through your shoulders, okay, so not in this position, and your nose is almost at the wall. If you do not get all the way up, guys, don't worry. I want you to get to a point where you feel like it's challenging, but doable, okay? So give me your wall walks. Nice, Nick, looks good. Okay, good, Carl, legs together. Flat, so the top of the foot, the top of the toes should be pressing against the wall, and pressing through that will help to raise the quads off the wall. Good, once you've done that, you can bring it back down. Nice, guys, good. All right, so this is the position on the wall that we have to maintain, okay? That core position where our belly is sucked off the wall and engaged, okay? We're drawing the quads away from the wall as well. We're pointing the toes up towards the sky, and we're elevating, okay, the shoulders. So when we kick up, turn around the other way, I want you to try and find that position as quickly as possible. Okay, so hands start on the floor. We can already engage the shoulders. That's great. Okay, as we kick with our leading leg, I want you to try and bring the legs together and find your beautiful position as soon as possible. Okay, you're going to give it a couple of goes. I have to move my laptop, it's way too wet here. Hey team, can you hear me? Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Sorry about this. I'm gonna move into a different place. Here will be a little bit better. All right. Okay, guys, so the next thing that we're going to do, if you can hear me okay, is we're going to do a handstand entry. All right, so you can start by doing this free standing if you want to, so without the use of the wall. And then what we're going to try and do is use the wall as a target. All right, so I've had to move somewhere where I don't really have a wall, okay? So I'm going to have to demonstrate these without the wall itself. So what you're going to do is, first of all, freestanding. You're going to find a position where you can place your hands on the floor and there's nothing in front of you. Okay, you're going to make sure the shoulders are activated, so scapula pushed away. We're going to bring our leading leg, so this is our kicking leg, up into the air. Okay, and what you're going to do is lift as high as you can your hips. Okay, you're going to touch the floor and then kick. Okay, that back leg is going to stay nice and close to the floor. Okay, and we're going to bring our legs into a big V shape. I want you to give this a go. Let's try 10 on one leg to start with, and then we'll move on and try the other leg. You'll have one which is obviously your dominant leg, okay? So this one will be easier. Nice, Carl, good. Good, Aaron, make sure you keep the legs nice and split apart, okay? You don't want the legs to be too close together. Good, Carl, make sure the feet start a little bit closer to your hands. That should help. Nice, Steph, keep looking at your fingertips so don't look too far through. That will help you to balance. Okay, Aaron, your legs are going a little far apart. So they're going more left to right rather than staying across the tightrope. So you want your legs to be together, not this way apart, okay? They should split like a V across the body lengthways. Nick, let's have a little look. Nice work, Steph, good. Steph, come further away from the wall. Okay, Nick, good. Let's try and keep the legs a little bit straighter. Okay, so at the minute your legs are sort of flailing around, whereas what we want is kind of, you know, when you do strict toes to our whatever, and you point the toes or L-sits and you squeeze the quads, I want that kind of engagement through the legs. Nice, Aaron, that looks better like this. Good. Okay, guys, good. When you've tried it, nice, Carl. When you've tried it a few times on each side, let's give it a rest because the next drill involves the same exercise, really. Oh, Nick, that other leg's coming up a little bit too quickly. So guys, the kicking leg is the power, and then the leg at the back is almost like your control. So depending on how much power the kicking leg gives, that back leg can sort of lift up as much as needed in order to control the movement. Okay, obviously over time, your margin of error becomes smaller as you get better. Okay, so you're going to do the same thing, guys. I want you to start with your hands about 6 inches away from the wall, maybe a little bit further if you've got longer legs. Okay, so you should be much further away than when you kick up to the wall regularly. All right, and what we're going to do is the same handstand entry, but that leading leg, you want to try and get it so it just touches the wall. So you're not leaning against the wall, you're just touching it and then coming back down again. All right, give it a go, see if you can sort of find that balance point. Nice, Aaron, good. So a little bit leaning against the wall. I reckon go further away from the wall with your hands so you've got more space. Nice, Carl, good. Okay, Nick, so we're leaning against the wall there, but nice, good job. Come further away from the wall. Nice, Aaron, so now we've got too much power, so. Good, Carl, that's getting better, nice. Guys, as you start to find this exercise easy, I want you to come further and further and further away from the wall, okay? The further you go away, the more your legs have to split apart, okay? The next exercise we do, we're going to get close to the wall again. Nick, you're leaning. That's good. We're going to do, Nick, we're going to do an exercise like what you're doing in a minute. So I want you to actually come further away from the wall now and work on just keeping the legs apart, okay? Nice, Aaron, good. Good, further away, Nick, if you've got space. Further away, Aaron, as well. And Steph, too. All of you need to get further from that wall. It should almost be like you're tipping over to touch the wall. It feels like you're going to tip over and then your legs bring you back. So your dragging leg is going to bring you back down. Carl, you're doing well in this one. I like your movement. Good, so you're going to have to get a bit further over with that leg, Aaron. Too much, there you go. Too little, too much. Nice, Carl, good. Try to not let that's it, not let the foot be on the door for too long. Bring it off and balance. Okay, a bit too powerful, Aaron. Somewhere in the middle. Oh, getting there. That's it, narrow that margin. Perfect, that's it, Aaron, lovely. Okay, so guys, if you're finding that you're quite inconsistent on this drill, that means that you haven't quite nailed that power output from that back leg, yeah? Try getting further and further away from the wall because that's going to bring you to that tipping point. So for our final handstand drill, guys, we're going to work on kicking up to the wall. So this time we're actually going to kick to the wall to begin. Then we're going to flutter our legs off the wall, okay? So before you do this drill, I want you to think first of all about these hands, okay? So when you are balancing on your hands, all of your fingers and your palm sort of acts like a wave, okay? So your weight is going to shift across them, forwards, backwards, and that's how you balance. That's why it's called hand balancing. So when you're doing this, you're going to kick up to the wall, then you're going to take your mind down to your hands and your shoulders, and you're going to start to feel them move around, okay? So I want you to sort of purposefully shift yourself across the fingertips, left and right, okay? Once you've done that and you've sort of understood what that feels like, you're going to take one of your feet off the wall, okay? And that one's going to be your dragging leg, okay? So it's going to help you to balance. And then I want you to bring your other leg off the wall, and you're going to keep them in a V shape, still moving left to right on the hands, okay? It's quite a difficult drill. I'm not sure if I've explained it very well, but I want you to give it a go, and then I can cue you what I want you to change. But we're looking to actually be hand balancing for a few seconds at a time, okay? Does it make sense? Nod, thumbs up. Okay, good. All right, give it a go, guys. This is our last handstand drill before we move on. So kick, that's it. Nick, first of all, you've got to start thinking about the hands, okay? Don't rush this exercise. Good, Aaron. I could see you really focusing then. Good, Nick. Legs are probably a little bit too far apart. All right. Good, Aaron. You've got to kick off with that heel that's on the wall. That's it, and then come back. Good, that's the one. Nice, Aaron. So, Aaron, you're making your life a little bit difficult by keeping an absolutely perfect line with both your legs. If you open the legs up so they're in a slight V, it gives you a bigger margin of error to kind of balance in, and then over time we normally narrow it. Okay, so split the legs a bit more. If you feel like you don't have enough space, your hands probably need to come further away from the wall, so the center of gravity is slightly further away. Steph, I can't actually see your legs. Do you think you could move your camera so I can see your legs? Nick, those legs are so far apart. Good job, but try and narrow the feet. Narrow the feet. So Nick, instead of having your legs apart this way, try and think about having your legs apart this way in terms of my body. So not straddle, split. Aaron, looking nice. Legs further together. Nice, Nate, that's better, that's better, that's better. Good. If you've got your glutes engaged, your legs shouldn't be too far apart, to be honest. Like straddle ways. Excellent, team, well done. Good. Remember as well, when you kick up, pause for a second, focus in on those hands, and then start to bring the legs slowly away from the wall, one at a time. One's going to be further than the other away. Nice, Nick, good. Steph, your dragging leg, so the one that comes away from the wall first, is coming way too far away because your hands are this close to the wall, for instance, and then your leg's all the way over here, so it's just pulling you. So either move your hands further away or don't bring that leg as far, yeah? Okay, Nick, your core, your belly's pushed out like the opposite of the cat-cow. I need you to engage more and create more of a hollow. It might be because you're tired, so take more rest in between your attempts. Okay, guys, I'm going to give you 1 more minute to have a work on this. I'm just going to go grab my water, which I left outside. All right, team, so last attempts now, and then we're going to move on to our strength work, okay? Great job, guys. As with anything, hand balancing, practice is what makes perfect, okay? So mobility, strength, and lots of practice. All right, so we're going to move on to some strength portions now. Okay, has anyone got a pull-up bar? Nick, I know you do. Yes, Carl does.
I got one as well.
Aaron. Don't know why my sound's not working. Can't hear you guys. Excellent. You can hear me, all right? Yeah, fine. So we're going to do some strict toes to bar. I'm just going to type it into the chat so you guys can see. 10 strict toe to bar plus, oh, I always have to correct that word, plus 10 wind screen wipers. Right, so if you have a pull-up bar, obviously the strict toes to bar, you need to be engaging your lats, okay? So you're going to be hanging on the bar, you're going to shoulders down and lats engaged. You're pushing ever so slightly on the bar. Then you're looking to lift those legs up towards the bar, ideally straight. If you have a slightly bent knee, this is absolutely fine, okay? Try and keep your eyes facing forwards, okay? Because that's going to be using less lats and much more compressive core strength. Okay, if you do need to lean back a little bit, again, that's fine, but really try to focus on finding some point in the distance to look at with your eyes. Okay, if you're doing toes to bar without a bar, you're going to be lying on the floor. Okay, we're going to be hovering the toes just above the floor. You can have your hands above or next to your body, it's fine. And you're going to lift those legs up and back down. Okay, keep the butt on the floor. And make sure the toes don't touch the floor at any point. So just practice that movement for me, guys. Whether you're on the bar or whether you're on the floor. Good. Nice, Carl, lovely. Nice, and our second movement is our windscreen wiper, okay? So if you're hanging on the bar, you can, lats engaged, shoulders engaged, and you're gonna be lifting the legs in a big circular motion, okay? Knees bent makes it easier. If you wanna make it harder, it's gonna be legs straight, okay? So we're gonna do 5 circles in one direction, and then 5 circles back in the other. If you don't have the bar, it's exactly the same thing on the floor. Okay, so hover the toes, you're going to bring your legs in a big circle all the way around. Okay, trying to keep the butt on the floor and move those legs as much as possible, left, right directions. Okay, so just give those a practice for me. Good. Oh yeah, if you haven't got much room, guys, you might have to do it with bent knees. You don't need to touch the bar with this one, Nick. It's more kind of like out in front of you. So keep the toes out in front and draw a big circle with them. Okay, good. So if you're having to modify the movement to make it easier, such as knees bent, then you can obviously change the number of reps to make it more challenging. By the time you finish your 10 toes to bar and your 10 windscreen wipers, I want your core to be burning. All right, so we'll start with set 1 now. Okay, I'm going to give you guys about 90 seconds to finish this set, and then we'll move into set 2. Put the sun just in case the sound comes through here. Nice, guys. 10 toe to bar. Straight into your 10 windscreen wipers. Try and keep your eyes facing forwards, Nick. So chin tucked, eyes forwards, rather than looking up at the bar. Nice, Steph. Let's go with the circles. Nice, guys. Once you finish that, just rest up. We've got 4 more rounds. Okay, another 30 seconds of rest, guys, and then we'll begin set number 2. Okay, guys, get ready. Set number 2 in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 10 toes to bar. You can modify this number down, guys, if it's if 10 is too many, of course. So, Aaron, if you're doing them on the floor, do them as leg raises rather than V-ups. And then straight into your 10 circles or windscreen wipers, depending if you're on the bar. Good, guys. Rest up when you finish that. Good, 30 seconds worth of rest, and then we go again. All right, guys, 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and set 3. Let's go. Nice work, Carl. Carl, if 10 of the strict toaster bar is too many, then just drop it down to maybe like 6 or 7. Nice, guys, very good. Well done, team. Finish it off, rest. We have 2 rounds to go. All right, guys, 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and into round 4. Building this volume up. And straight into those windscreen wipers. Nice, team. Once you finish that, rest up. Good. We have 1 more round to go. Yes. Yeah, hopefully feeling it in the core quite a lot now. Okay, guys, 10 seconds and then last round. 5, 3, 2, 1. Okay, straight into those strict leg raises, toes to bar. Nice, guys, good. Finish off strong, okay? Let's get this last core bit done. Make sure the back stays flat on the ground for those leg raises, guys. If you feel the back peeling off the ground, then rest for a second, lock it back down. Okay guys, good. Once you finish that, grab your dumbbells because we're going to warm up the rows in advance of our pull-up work. So dumbbells everyone needs for the rows, and then the pull-up obviously will vary depending what equipment you've got. Nice, guys. It doesn't need to be particularly heavy because you're going to be doing quite a lot of volume on this. So I would recommend picking something that feels fairly comfortable. Yeah, not you know, piss easy, but not challenging, because the pull-ups are obviously designed to fatigue you. It's good to get quality reps in. So for our rows, guys, we're going to be in the bent over position. So feet are going to be flat on the floor, facing forwards underneath our hips. We're going to push the hips back, bending slightly in the knees to keep them over the ankles. Okay, and then the arms are going to be hanging loose underneath our shoulders. We're going to engage the shoulders back, and then we're going to drive with the elbows. So I don't want you to be bicep curling these. I want your wrists to stay straight and the elbows to squeeze back. Okay. So just give the row movement a go. Try and keep the elbows as close to the body as possible and engage, so squeeze the elbows in. That gets the lats going. Right. Nice, well done everyone. Looks good. We want to keep it nice and strict, so try not to move that chest too much, okay? We don't want to be doing a kipping row. Nice. Steph, have you just got one of those? Okay, cool. So you could do, maybe let's do 7 and 7, so it doesn't take too long. If you want to do 10 and 10, that's fine, but I don't want you to be not getting any rest. All right, for the pull-ups, guys, anyone who's got a bar, I want you to jump up to hang on your bar. You're going to engage your core into the hollow body position, so the feet are going to be together, and you're going to be pulling the belly button in so the toes are slightly in front. Okay, so this is our hanging position. Like this. You're then going to engage the shoulders up and down, up and down. If you're using a table to do table rows, I want you to do the same thing on the table or rings. Okay, so hang underneath, keep the elbows straight, shoulders are going to engage up and down. Steph, have you just got your, okay, so you're going to do, can you do a bicep curl with it, or is it too heavy? Okay, so you can hold it with 2 hands in a standing position. Keep the elbows locked to the body, and you're going to curl up and down. Okay, we can probably do this for 10 reps. Right, practice your bicep curl, Steph, and those people on the bar, you're now going to take your scapular pull into a full pull-up, okay? So scapular engages first, then you're going to pull the biceps slightly in front of the ears, okay? So we've got some lat engagement, and then you're going to drive with the elbows down until the chin comes up over the bar. Make sure it's a smooth, controlled movement. Good. If space allows, I want you to have your toes pointed in front of you and that hollow body super engaged. If not, guys, you can do the same thing with your knees raised. So just focus on this part of the body rather than the legs themselves. Nice. Or you can make it more challenging and do it in an L sit if you want to. Good. Nice, Nick. Okay. Right, guys, it's 5 pull-ups plus 10 rows. Obviously, adjust the numbers if you need to. So if you've just got pull-ups or if 5 feels way too easy for you, then feel free to make that number lower or higher. You should be able to pick up those dumbbells straight away and complete the 10 rows. It'll be hard, but you should feel like you can do it. All right, ready for set 1? 3, 2, 1, let's go. 5 pull-ups. Nice. Steph, if you want to increase the number of curls to 15 or 20, depending on the weight, just go for it. Into your 10 rows, guys, so straight in. Feel free to add reps, guys. So I know Carl's got some light dumbbells there, so you might want to add some reps, or you can add a tempo on the way down. Yeah, so fast up, slowly down. Good, guys. About 30 to 40 seconds of rest. Okay, guys, 10 seconds. Get yourself ready. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 5 pull-ups, 10 rows. Keep those elbows tight, Steph. That's better. Good. Yeah, try and get full extension. Nice, Aaron. Good. Try and get straight into those rows, guys. The idea is to get it done as quickly as possible. Nice. When you finish those rows, rest up 40 seconds and then set 3. All right, 10 seconds, guys. 5, 3, 2, 1, and set 3. Let's go. Come on, guys. Nice stuff. Go on. Carl's getting hard now. Good. Bend the knees a little bit more, Nick, to stabilize your base. Set. Nice, Carl. Go on, Aaron. Good, guys. You should be starting to feel the pump now. If you're not, then you need to potentially increase the weight, increase the number of reps on your pull-ups or your rows, okay? If you are feeling the pump, wonderful. Keep doing what you're doing. 2 sets left. Okay, 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Good, guys, and you do not need to do the pull-ups in one go, so feel free to drop down, shake it out. Obviously, try and get them done as quickly as possible. The technique obviously always comes first. Nice, guys. Finish the setup. You've got 1 to go. All right, so last little rest period, and then we'll go on to that final set. If you feel like you need a little longer rest in between, guys, feel free to take it. I'm going to keep the timer every 90 seconds, but obviously just give yourself an extra 30 seconds if you want to. This is our final set before we stretch. Okay, if you're starting on the clock, it's 3, 2, 1, and whenever you're ready, guys, let's get going. Okay, finish with those rows, guys, let's go. Nice team, let's go finish up. Go on, Nick. Nice, Steph, final arm. Nice team. Once you finish, you can put your dumbbells aside and find your mat, okay? So for this final portion, guys, I'll just type it out for you as well. So I want you to practice your crow. Then we're also going to stretch at the same time, sort of like a rest period. So if you've not done the crow before, just make sure that you watch, because I'm going to go through it step by step for you. So the crow looks like this. Okay, so hands are underneath the shoulders, fingers spread, because we're going to be balancing on the hands. All right, you're going to lift the knees up, you're going to walk your legs forwards, so you can put both of your knees on your triceps, okay? The lower it is, so the closer to your elbows, the easier. The higher it is, the more difficult. Okay, so start somewhere near the elbows if you're not sure about this movement. You're going to push both toes, and then you're going to rotate that weight onto the hands. Now start by just kind of shifting on and off, okay? And then as you get a bit more comfortable, you can shift your weight all the way onto your hands and start to lift those legs up, all right? You can hold in that position. So I just want you guys to give this a little practice. If you're confident, you're gonna hold for about 20 seconds. If you've got a clock, you can time yourself, or you can just count. If you are not confident, I just want you to practice holding for a few seconds at a time and then rocking back out of the movement. Okay, so give me your first crow practice. Use the core, okay? So really try and suck that core in and compress your body together. That will help you to balance. Nice. So Nick, ideally, let's get the knees on the triceps. If your triceps are very sore, it's a good massage. There you go. You get used to it after a few goes anyway. Nice team. So the further off the floor your feet are, so tucking your heels into your butt is more optimal. Okay. Good, Steph. All right, so we're going to superset this, guys, with a straddle stretch, just to stretch ourselves out. This is often a position that people struggle with. So you're going to bring your legs into a comfortable, wide position. Then you're going to grab your butt cheek and you're going to pull it out from underneath. Okay, so you should be able to pull your butt cheeks a little bit. Then we're going to take our hands to the front and we're going to rotate through the hip. So try and pull the belly button so that your forearms go towards the floor. If you find that really hard, you can use an object like a few books or something to elevate you, or a cushion. All right. But if you can get all the way to the floor, then great. Obviously, the next thing we're going to do is try and get the chest down towards the hands. All right. And you're going to hold this for 1 minute. If everyone gets in position, I can time it for you, starting in 3, 2, 1, and that's your 1 minute begun. Try not to stay doing what you're doing, but guys, just think about your shoulders and your upper back. That's not the stretch that we're looking for particularly. We're looking for the stretch through the lower half of the body. So if you're rolling through the upper back, just lift your chest up so it's facing forwards, and pull via your belly button. Don't worry if you've got a little round in the upper back, but you don't want to be completely curved. Okay, 10 seconds left. 5, 3, 2, 1. All right, shake it off. One more practice on your crow, guys. So just do your crow hold for me, and then I'll, in a few seconds, bring you back into your straddle. Nice work, Steph. Good, Carl. Carl, on your next one, I want the tops of your knees on your elbows rather than the outside. Yeah. Good, guys. Once you've done your hold, count to 20 or just practice a couple of times, bring it back to straddle. I'll start in 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and let's go, guys. Straddle stretch for the second time. Guys, it is 1:30, so I know a couple of you may have to go. Just to let you know, we'll be another 2 minutes or so. Nick, bring your hands into the middle. Yes. Steph, can you get any lower? Is this enough? Enough, okay. Halfway through, guys. Okay, final 10 seconds. Okay, and bring yourselves up. Okay, last time, guys. So final crow, and then final straddle stretch. So really work on that hold this time. So knees driving into the triceps. Shift the weight through both toes onto both hands, and then start to tuck the body into a big ball. Nice. Count to 20 in your head. As you go, try to bring the heels in towards the butt. And then when you finish that for the last time, get ready to do your final straddle stretch. Peel the butt out. Take the elbows in front, keep the chest nice and tall, and rotate through the hips down towards your object or the floor. 3, 2, 1, and let's begin, guys. This time I want you to focus on your breathing. Okay, so you're going to take a 6-second inhale, nice and slow and deep, and try and bring the breath into the belly, so expand your belly. And then you're going to do an 8-second exhale, so nice and slow. Okay, as you exhale, I want you to think about sinking a little deeper into the stretch. Okay, if we do 3 breaths, 3 to 4 breaths like this. Final breath. When you finish your final exhale, you can slowly bring yourself up onto your hands, rolling to the top, bring the legs together. Okay, good work everyone. I'm really sorry about the internet issues at the beginning. I hope you managed to get a valuable session nonetheless. I'll be doing it again later, so if you want a double whammy, see you at 6. If not, I'll catch you guys later in the week. Bye.
Ciao. See ya.
Oh.
Thanks.